Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nix, and are you ready to ramble? I think it's important that we look into the predicament South Africa is in with regards to this whole USA-Iran business. But honestly, in my opinion, the only reason we have a response from the Department of Defense is because yesterday the USA requested a response as to the outcome of that visit. So let me take you through what the Department of Defense said, and then, because it's a whole bunch of highfalutin blah blah blah, so let me break it down for you. Let me give you the basics, just so you can keep on top of this ever-growing disaster that seems to be the way of the ANC. I'm going to run through just a couple of sentences from the Department of Defense in terms of their response. It says, the Department of Defense wishes to clarify the rationale behind the recent official visit by the Chief of South Africa National Defense Force. He visited the Islamic Republic of Iran. It was scheduled to take place in 2024, but was postponed to 2025. Because any of your other ministers has hesitated to climb onto a plane and travel the world. Sure. Authority was granted by the Minister of Defense to honor the invitation, despite the fact that you were literally crawling at Trump's feet, begging for tariffs to be reduced or put on hold again. What a strange oxymoron you are, ANC. So, the department wishes to state further that upon his return from the visit, the Chief of the South African National Defense Force gave a report to the minister in view of the public interest related to the visit, as it had been reported in various media. What an odd statement. Is it almost to say that he wouldn't have given a report if there wasn't public interest? That's also strange. As far as I'm concerned, any general coming back from what you would call an aligned country would write a report to their minister as to the outcome. It says the Chief of the Defense Force had bilateral engagement with the Iranian officials on matters of mutual interest. So it's the Chief of the ANC Defense Force had bilateral engagement with the Iranians on matters of mutual interest. Because I'm going to be hard-pressed to find a single person to agree with the mutual interest between Iran and South Africa. Really concerning. Upon completion of the engagement, Chief of Staff of the Iranian Armed Forces issued a statement on the discussion. However, the Chief of the Defense Force has reported that he had not spoken to the media houses in the Islamic Republic of Iran and the Republic of South Africa, as he respects the confidentiality of the contents of the discussion between the two armed forces. The ANC have gone to Iran and begged for more money because they are 100% broke for next year's local elections. There's only two ways that played out. Iran said yes, but you need to appear on stage with our Chief of Staff, and news will break, and that will show your political alliance, or mutual interests. So the ANC are so desperate that they did that. They fooled themselves on international stage to get more money from Iran. The other way this could have played out, that yes, the Chief of the Defense Force went to Iran. Iran did their business, etc., etc. They said, no worries, don't worry, we'll give you money. He comes home, Iran breaks the news, almost to like put a bit of a pin in the ANC side, just to mess with them, honestly. I can almost see them doing that. Those are two possible reasons why this had happened. Here's the most wow, new levels moment. The minister was satisfied with the general report in their engagement on the visit. The Department of Defense will not be commenting further on the matter. Full stop. Let me read that for you again. The Department of Defense will not be commenting further on the matter. Democracy, freedom of speech, we pay your salaries, etc., etc. But don't worry about it. You tell us what you want to do with our money. Well, we all distracted with the national dialogue, by the way. Maybe it's a huge distraction. Oh, because we're going to get so angry and worked up and passionate about the national dialogue that this is going to kind of fall to the wayside. Classic media distraction technique. You went there, you thought it was confidential, but then apparently the Iran media broke the news, and only because of the public interest did you actually, give the minister a report. And she's happy with that. Now shut up. No more talking about this matter. We need to get back to begging Trump to reduce the tariffs. Like, wow. The ANC must have such bad carpet burn on their knees from the amount of begging they must be doing at this stage. Like, they never fail to surprise me. I'm sorry, call me hopeful, deluded, ignorant. But really, they managed to stoop to new lows. Anyway, besides all of that, I said to Gemini, please explain this response from the Department of Defense like I was a 5-year-old. So here's a quick summary of what just went down. So imagine the Department of Defense is like a grown-up's family, and the chief of the Defense Force is the dad. The dad was invited to visit a friend in Iran. The visit was supposed to happen last year, but they had to wait until this year. The mom, who is the Minister of Defense, said it was okay for the dad to go. When the dad came back home, he told the mom all about his trip because a lot of people were asking questions about it. He told her what he and his friend talked about, but he didn't tell anyone else. He wanted to keep their chat a special secret between them. I promise, Nani. The mom was happy with what the dad told her. Now the grown-ups in the family don't want to talk about it anymore. Ha 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 ha. Okay, ANC. I guess my message back to the ANC and the Minister of Defense and Cyril, who didn't attend the second day of the national dialogue. How disrespectful. Further supporting my assumption that the national dialogue is a distraction while you deal with Iran. Yeah. So, my message to the ANC is if you're going to have a national dialogue, do not be surprised with the feedback and the response you're going to get when you do stuff like this. The level of disrespect Cyril is willing to show to anyone except the people funding him is mind-blowing, absolutely disgraceful. As the rumors go, this man will land up in prison soon. I mean, is that even enough for what he's done to us? The trauma we will all suffer for years to come. We will never trust a politician for generations. Okay, that's enough of my ramble. I encourage you, if you haven't yet, to watch a video from Willem Petzer, and he gives you a lot more detail, actually very interesting detail, about this whole MTN Cyril court case thing. Fascinating. Link in the description, guys. I hope this was insightful. Drop a comment. Love to know your thoughts. Other than that, have a great day, guys. Over and out.